What's up, everybody? It's the bachatarockstar here. Got one more video for you. Bunch of cards were revealed literally during the night. And, but it's okay. I love making review videos. So here we go. Boom. Coming up. Card number 1. Terror Scale Stalker. Let's take a look at it. 3 mana, 3/3, Hunter card, Battle Cry, trigger a friendly minion's death rattle. So, it's Hoo-Hoo-Run, but in a smaller body. So, Death Rattle Hunter, maybe still a thing, maybe still getting some support. It's kind of nice. I'm glad that they're still printing cards that sort of harken back to older archetypes that they really wanted to have happen, and they weren't able to really see them take off. And so this card is really neat. I like this card. It combos very, very well with Kindly Grandmother into Stalker Dude. Even something as simple as Loot Hoarder into Stalker Dude gets you 2 card draws. That's pretty good. There's a lot of, not a lot, but there's some cheap 1-drop, 2-drop death rattles that would be really effective on turn 3. Terror Scale Stalker allows you to do that. I think this card is quite good. However, I still don't know if Death Rattle Hunter is a thing and it's going to be actually good, and who knows. But at least they're giving it some support. It's a neat card. I could see it seeing some play if Death Rattle Hunter is a thing. Gonna give it about a 7. The nice part is, and this is another one of those relatively high ceiling or high floor, high ceiling cards. Like, if you don't have a Death Rattle, it's still a 3 mana 3/3, which is fine, right? So it's okay, right? But if it does hit a Death Rattle, boom. The things that you can do with this card are pretty amazing. And here's why they actually got rid of Sylvanas, is because on turn 9 you can go Sylvanas Stalker, put a 5/5, a 3/3, and steal a dude, and still have the potential to steal another dude. So this makes sense. This card's going to be sick and wild, though. Alrighty. Moving on. New card. It is... Boom, we got 2 cards revealed here. Let's take a look at them. We'll do them both at the same time, because I like to menage a trois with dinosaurs, apparently. Even though this one's a beast. Oh, they're both beasts. Cool. Okay. Let's take a look at Thunder Lizard, Battle Cry. If you played an elemental last turn, adapt. 3 mana 3/3, neutral. Fairly weak. I still think that adapt is really not that good. I get a 3 mana 6/3. Yeah, you get a 3 mana 3/6. Well, I already have 6/3s and 3/6s I can play. Why do I need to adapt those motherfuckers? Then it has a drawback. It also needs me to play an elemental last turn. I don't know how many elementals I'm going to play on turn 2. Is there a 2-drop elemental? I haven't even seen one yet. Maybe I squeeze it in with a like 2 1-drops, or maybe a flame elemental, but then I'm kind of falling behind in tempo. I don't know. I don't like where this card is going. I don't think it's that strong. Oddly enough, it's actually a little better in the later game if you've played an elemental, and then you can play this and another card, and you get to adapt it, and it's good. Like, adapt is better later than it is early, because you don't really know how the game is going yet. Adapt's power is for you to just go, okay, I see a clear board state now, I see where we're at, and the thing that's going to help me the most is X. So, now I can play adapt for that. You might be playing this guy on an empty board, and then you might pick the wrong thing. I don't know, maybe pick Poisonous, and the dude's like, Wrath, done. Oh, yeah, fuck, I wasted a minion, basically. I don't know. So I don't think this card is very good. I'm going to give it a 4. I don't think it's going to see a lot of play. It's one of those cards where, like the floor is not bad, right? Like, it's a 3 mana 3/3, it's okay. But the ceiling is just an adapt. Unlike, the Terror Scale Stalker we just saw, that card's ceiling is really high, but its floor is, normal, right? This range is not high enough for me to actually want to put this in my elemental deck. Next up, we've got the Light Fused Stegodon. Battle Cry, adapt your Silverhand Recruits. It's a 4 mana 3/4. It is understated. So their assumption is that you're going to have a bunch of Silverhand Recruits out when you play this motherfucker. So What's the earliest you could legitimately play this guy and have him be pretty good? Well, turn 4, if you managed to hero power a couple times, or you played the 1 mana Silverhand Recruit summoning thing, Lost in the Jungle, or on turn 5 you can go Lost in the Jungle Stegodon, but then you're getting a 3/4 and 2 adapted Silverhand Recruits on turn 5? Nah. I don't think it's that good, you know. The dream is Stand Against Darkness and then play this guy on them. But I would rather go Stand Against Darkness, Sunkeeper, Tarum, and then smash him in the face for 15, which is a much better combo. Sunkeeper Tarum is basically the new Quartermaster with Taunt and Oldemon effects. That's why it's so good. This card, kind of poopy. Why is it understated? I don't get it. Just make it a 4-mana 4/4, or make it a 4-mana 3/5. Adapting your Silverhand Recruits is not that good of effect to where you would want to have a stat reduction on this card. This is no Murloc Knight. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't need that stat reduction. I don't know. They overvaluing Adapt. Adapt is not that good of a mechanic. Believe me, it's not that good. It's helpful. It's maybe worth 1 mana, but they're assuming that you're going to have a board state full of Silverhand Recruits, and the likelihood of that happening is pretty darn low. A lot of times you only have 1 or 2 guys out there, and then is this guy really worth buffing 1 dude? I don't think so. I'm giving this a 4. But I will be playing a Silverhand Recruits deck with this dude, so keep your eyes peeled for that one. Blah, 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 blah. Interview. Does he reveal any cards in here? Adapt and adapt. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, you wasted my time. Sorry, guys. I apologize. And you got a new neutral legendary, Hemet Jungle Hunter. Does this make it bigger? Oh, it does make it bigger. Sorry, guys. I should have done that earlier. Let's move that over. Hemet Jungle Hunter. 6 mana, 6/6. Destroy all cards in your deck that cost 3 or less. Well, clearly you don't want to put this into a, what is it, a Marsh Queen deck. Maybe you do. I don't know. Maybe you play this before you play the Marsh Queen, and then all you draw are Raptors. Kind of neat. Worth a thought. But I think this is going to be one of those, like, control deck cards where, like, you know, you basically get to maybe like a mid-rangey to late, mid-range to late game control deck, and you're just trying to get rid of all your shitty draws. Maybe there's a Hunter deck for that too. I don't know. I mean, the reason we're thinking about Hunter decks is because it's Hemet and he's associated with Beasts in the Jungle. But I'm sure this will work well in other decks too. I mean, I could see this working in Arena Lock, or you just get rid of all your stupid little bullshit cards and just drop bomb after bomb after bomb. You know, I mean, it's one of those cards where, like, you're trying to get your bombs. I think this actually work really well in a N'Zoth deck, where, you know, it's turn 5, turn 6, and you're like, shit, I just need, my turn 7 big death rattle dude, my turn 8 Tyrion, my turn 9, I don't know, big death rattle dude, and then N'Zoth on 10. Well, I need to draw those motherfuckers, so Hemet, get in there, destroy all the other cards, and then make my next 5 draws fucking ridiculous. And it's still a 6 mana 6/6, so I think those are its applications. Is it going to see play? Probably not. I don't know. I just, it's hard for me to make a deck with this guy, but that doesn't mean that it's not good. I'm going to tentatively give it a 6. I think it does have applications. I could see it seeing play. I just can't think of the deck right now that this would fit into. So, yeah. Journey to Ungoro. I do think it's weird that Trump was the one that revealed this, because he's the mayor of Value Town, and you are literally destroying cards. And here we go. Last but not least, we literally had these 3 cards revealed just now, within, I'd say, about 15 minutes. We've got Blaze Caller, 7 mana, neutral epic, 6/6. If you played an elemental last turn, deal 5 damage. 5 damage is a lot of damage. It's basically a fireball on a body. And if you played an elemental next turn, having a Blaze Caller is going to be ridiculous. Now, for some of you that saw the video, there was a video where there was a guy called Blaze Runner, and he was a legendary that summoned 3 elementals from your deck, and it was part of a quest, but I think it was a alternate shaman quest, and they decided not to go with it. And so Blizzard was super mad, and I think they, I don't know, did something to the guy who posted the video. But it was leaked video, you know, what are you going to do, you know? I mean, anywho, is this a good card? Yeah, 7 mana 6/6 that deals 5 damage. It's like a super buff fire elemental. Like, it's a better fire elemental for everybody. In a weird way, having all this elemental synergy kind of makes fire elemental not that good. 6 mana 6/5 that deals 3 damage. I mean, that's potent. And then you can play a 7 mana 6/6 that deals 5 damage behind it. Wow, that's actually really good. Holy shit, now that I think about it. That's kind of a ridiculous, like, tempo swing play. Like, play a 6/5, kill a minion. Play a 6/6, kill a minion. And now you have a 6/5 and a 6/6, and they're down 2 minions, and you basically won the game. I honestly, you know, now that I think about it, I think this card is better than the fucking Shaman card, the 7 mana 4/4 that gives you 2/2/3s. It's a defensive card, right? So this card is an offensive card. It's a tempo swing card. You know what this card is like? It's Firelens Portal. It's a better Firelens Portal if you've played an elemental beforehand. Wow, this card is strong, man. This card is fucking OP. 10 out of 10. Excellent card. Maybe my first 10 out of 10. I don't know. I think I've been hedging and not giving 9s and 8s. So fuck that. 10 out of 10 for this guy. This is insane. What a card. Wow. Now that's going to make an elemental deck, I'll tell you that much. 2 Firelens Portals and 2 Blaze Callers in Mage, and it just game over, man. Just game over, bro. And we've got Servant of Kalamos. So apparently Kalamos is a big deal. 5 mana 4/5. If you played an elemental last turn, discover an elemental. Ooh, the value elemental. Elementals, turns out, are pretty strong. This guy's an elemental, and he works off of elemental synergies. So, let's think about this for a sec. Turn 4, boom, play some elemental. Turn 5, boom, Servant of Kalamos. Played an elemental, I discovered an elemental. And guess what elemental I discovered? Fucking Fire Elemental. Fire Elemental, boom, kill something. Servant of Kalamos swings in, kills something. Turn 7, Blaze Runner, kills something. Fire Elemental swings in, kills something. Do you see how this is going to work? Elementals are going to start fucking rolling on turn 5 with this card. Oh my god, the Elemental Shaman is going to be sick. I dare say this might be better than the Jade Druids. The Jade Shamans. It's possible. It's possible. Did Shaman need more OP cards? No, and technically this isn't a Shaman card, but goddamn is it strong. And goddamn is Blaze Runner strong. Like, the neutral elementals. Wow, I am impressed with them. Might as well be a Shaman card. It's the Servant of Kalamos, you know. This card is insane. Insane. 8 out of 10, maybe even a 9 out of 10, just because it curves so well. What a card. My goodness. And I think last but not least is the Ravenous Pterodax. 4 mana 4/4, battle cry, destroy a friendly minion to adapt twice. Interesting. So, on 4 mana, a 4/4 that adapts twice could become a 6/6. It could become a +3/+3. It could become a 4 mana 7/7. It's possible, right? These are thoughts. It could become a 7/4 with Divine Shield. It could become a 4/7 with Divine Shield. It could become a 4/7 with Wind Fury. A 7/4 with Wind Fury. Poisonous with Divine Shield. Like, there's a lot of stuff. Adapting twice is significantly more powerful than adapting once, because the adapt affects the adapt. And all you have to do is destroy a friendly minion. Well, what if you're destroying a friendly minion that has Death Rattle and that you want to destroy? Right? Like, what if you have a fucking Loot Hoarder out there? Or the Darkshire Librarian, right? Or just an Imp. Okay, Imp Gang Boss is rotating out of standard. But you know what I'm saying? What if there's a lot of just sort of throwaway minions in Warlock, and then this guy will eat them up and then become really strong on turn 4. This is a great turn 4 play, especially if you can get a few bullshit Death Rattle cards down, and then this guy's just going to eat them up. Like, the cards that you want to die anyway. This card, oddly enough, actually combos really well with the Runic Egg. Right? You just throw a Runic Egg out in turn 1, and your opponent doesn't want to kill it. He just lets it sit there, and you play some stuff. And then this guy comes down, eats the egg, draws you a card, adapts twice. Boom. I think this card is cool. It has some applications. I think it's going to be actually a pretty good addition to a zoo deck. Like, you can see this happening. Maybe. It's a neat card, and adapting twice is really neat. I'm going to hesitantly give it a 7.5 out of 10 just because I don't know if it's going to squeeze into certain decks, and it's probably going to squeeze into a zoo deck, but maybe some sort of control-y deck. I don't know. It wouldn't fit into a discard deck, probably. It probably wouldn't fit into a discard deck. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, that's it. Thank you so much. Full set's coming out Friday. I'll have a video out for that. I'm going to do a full set review live April 5th. But I'm also going to be doing a 12-hour stream on April 6th starting at 8 p.m. Since I work graveyard, this is when I wake up. Yeah. Other than that, guys, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. And keep learning. Keep rocking. The Rockstar will see you later. Thank you guys for watching these videos. If you like them, you can subscribe here. And you can watch the most recent videos here. And some of the best videos right here. Thank you again, guys. Keep learning, keep rocking, and the Rockstar will see you later.